And in a landmark moment, the Joint Parliamentary Committee today approved the Waqf Amendment Bill with 14 crucial changes to the original draft, passing it with a 16-11 majority. The ruling BJP-led NDA celebrated victory as all 22 amendments proposed by them were accepted, while the 42 suggestions by the opposition were rejected entirely. Chairman of the committee, Jagdambika Pal, defended the amendments, calling them essential to make the law more effective. But controversy looms. Opposition MPs fired back, accusing Pal of subverting democratic norms and stifling their voices in the decision-making process. The next chapter of the legislative saga will unfold now on 29 February, when the amended Waqf Bill is expected to be finalized.
जो भी जेपीसी के सदस्य आज अपने अपने अमेंडमेंट्स लेके आए थे, वो चाहे फार चाहे अगेंस्ट, मैंने कोई अमेंडमेंट नहीं मूव किया, मैंने एक भी अमेंडमेंट नहीं मूव किया। मैं चेयरमैन था, मैं जो एक निष्पक्ष चेयरमैन की भूमिका होती है, इसीलिए मैंने कोई अमेंडमेंट नहीं मूव किया। और अमेंडमेंट जो सदस्यों ने मूव किया, उसके फार अगेंस्ट में वोटिंग हुई। और इसके बाद मैंने ये कहा है कि रिपोर्ट को भी उन्होंने कहा परसों 29 को एडॉप्शन होगा, रिपोर्ट हम कल ही सर्कुलेट करेंगे। वो गलत आरोप लगा रहे हैं। आखिर अब अगर डेमोक्रेसी में एक चीज़ें इतनी 6 महीने से लगातार डिटेल डिलिब्रेशंस हुआ, फिर रिवाइज बिल हमारा 29 तारीख को बैठक होगी और हमारा जो रिपोर्ट है जेपीसी की, उसको भी हम अडॉप्ट करेंगे। दोनों को 29 तारीख को अडॉप्ट करेंगे।
बिना मूव करने दिए, टाइम दिए गए, बिना एक्सप्लेनेशन के, एक गिलिजन की तरह जो है सीधा अमेंडमेंट को उन्होंने वोटिंग को पुट अप किया और उन्होंने डिफीट किया। सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स की मीटिंग होने के बाद क्लॉज टू क्लॉज डिस्कशन होना चाहिए। क्लॉज टू क्लॉज डिस्कशन नहीं हुआ है, डेमोक्रेटिक प्रोसेस को सबवर्ट किया गया है और सारे प्रोसीजर्स इसमें जो इन्वॉल्व थे उसको बाईपास किया गया है। और चेयरमैन अंडर द प्रेशर ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, वो जिस तरह से बिल आया उसमें माइनर चेंजेस करके उसको ही आगे करने का काम कर रहे हैं। Entire JPC process is a farce and all the depositions have not been taken in consideration. 98% had opposed this. 98% of the stakeholders had opposed this bill. That should have been taken in consideration. They have not taken this into consideration at all.
Today, for class by class consideration, we raised the issue how the class by class consideration can be done in the absence of the documents which were promised by the chairman was not supplied to us. On 19th, 20th, 21st, Lucknow, Patna and Calcutta committee made a tour. In the tour, whatever the stakeholders deposited before the JPC, chairman directed all the documents should be supplied to the members within 7 days. That 7 days has not been completed. Documents were not submitted to us. We are not able to peruse the documents. Without perusing the documents, without going the veracity of the evidence, how can we go for class by class consideration? We resisted, but on the contrary, he moved himself on our behalf, our amendments. Our amendments were moved by the chairman and head counts were done by him. An announcement was done by him, it is negative. So he is a mover, he is a counter, he is an announcer. Such a mockery held today.
My colleague Pragya is joining me right now to get us more details. Well, Pragya, take us through what exactly panned out in the JPC meeting today. Of course, the opposition parties are saying that the objections raised by them wasn't factored in by the chairman. They are saying that the chairman bulldozed the bill through. What do we know about it?
Well, there is a clause-by-clause discussion today. You know, all the amendments and all the parties have been heard. They had went to all the CAs asking Waqf Board what their objections could be and what their suggestions are. So after all that has been taken, there is a clause-by-clause discussion in Parliament today in JPC on the Waqf, where there was obviously, when there is a clause-by-clause, voting was also done. So NDA MPs were 16 in number and opposition were 10 in number. So all those amendments that have been moved by the opposition, they were bulldozed. They fell flat because they didn't have majority. But all those 22 proposals that were moved by NDA MPs on 14 clauses, that has been accepted with majority, and these became now the part of the new bill. This will be part of the draft report that will be circulated tomorrow to all the members, which will then be adopted on January 29th in the JPC meeting. Apart from that, there are very important clauses that have potential to raise the controversy. Like there is a clause 11 which was moved by Medha Kulkarni that says that excluding ex officio members can be part of the board. That could also mean that apart from the two non-Muslims, there could be more non-Muslim members that could be included in the board. Then there is amendment moved and now approved also by the JPC, moved by the Tejaswi Surya, who is also BJP MP. He said that, practicing Islam for 5 years is okay, but there should be no contrivance to that. There should be no artificiality. It means that you need to prove that you are the Qattar Islamist and practicing Muslim. So the onus also falls on the person who has to prove that for 5 years he has been practicing and there's no artificiality involved in him or her adopting the religion and practicing Islam. And, there are several other clauses, there are other clauses that have been adopted by JPC, which also opposition was also demanding that collector, when you say that collector is the whole sole agency to determine whether the property is Waqf or not, it also shows that obviously collector is a government employee and he will always say in case of dispute and survey that this is a government property. So now the amendment says that any state official which is senior in rank to the collector can be appointed to, do the survey, to see the data uploaded, and if there is any dispute, he can always come and put the facts on the table. So these are the few important amendments that have been accepted, and these are going to become part of the bill that will be tabled in the parliament very soon, is what we are hearing.
Right. Absolutely, Pragya. Thank you for putting things into perspective for our viewers over here.